Hello everyone, this is your chess friend here, and today we're going to be playing another quick game of chess, like always. So, e4, e5, this is pretty simple so far. So far, this is exactly what I recommend playing. Claiming the center a little bit, opponent also tries to claim the center, and you castle as soon as possible. So I think this is so far pretty nice. Very good play from both players. We're going to play d3 to defend it, let my bishop come out later. And more importantly, if you play rook e1, there's a small tactic with knight to g4. So I would prefer to play rook e1, but I really can't. If we see d6, we can play h3. We see d5, we can capture. Knight's gonna capture. We're gonna play rook e1, try and take the pawn. We can't yet because there's a small tactic, but soon we will be able to, maybe. And here we're fine. He has a bit more space, but, well, he just weakened his king quite a bit with that move. So I think we're going to want to play knight to c3 seems fine, putting pressure on the knight, and if he recaptures, we're fine. Just recapturing towards the center. Sorry for the background noise. So yeah, I'm expecting, okay, bishop to e6. That's not what I expected. I expected him to capture because it's just generally a better move. But from here, we have a few options. I think we're going to want to play knight to a4, trying to trade off the bishop. That seems to be just the best move here. Just getting us the two bishops while we can. We might be forced to weaken our queenside with c3 and b4, but I think we're gonna be fine either way. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident that we can win this game. We also are doing very well on time. Well, that usually doesn't happen in these videos, but okay, so he's gonna move back straight away, just letting me recapture. That's okay move, I guess. So that's fine, but doesn't really win him anything, you know. Not that it would have won him something, but it doesn't really gain him anything. It lets him open the file, I guess, but if anything, we can play a3 and stop him from ever capturing there. I'm gonna play c3, trying to push d4, like so. If he captures, we can recapture. If he pushes up, we can go knight to d2, attacking the pawn. So we should just be fine here. We probably aren't winning yet, but we shouldn't lose this. So that's okay, I guess. Let's see. It's good to think about your opponent's moves, what you think they're going to play. I'm kind of expecting something along the lines of bishop to g4. So I'm thinking we could capture, and knight captures. Yeah, we're not going to want to do that. Maybe just h3 right away. Bishop captures, queen recap. Okay, so he's just not going to play this. That's okay. It gives us an opportunity. And we're going to take it. If bishop to g4 now, we can capture the pawn. And if he recaptures the pawn, we can if he recaptures the pawn, we can recapture with our knight. And he is lower on time than us, which is, that's good. Lets us have a bit of extra thinking time for later in the game. Bishop to g3, it's okay, but I can simply capture. If he takes the knight, I can, if he takes the knight, I can take the rook with check. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take the rook with check, deliver a check. And then here we're going to have to find the tactic that lets us avoid this checkmate in one with the queen. I think if we capture with check, yeah, we can capture with check. If bishop takes, then queen takes with check, so he has to move away. At which point we can play bishop to e3. So yeah, we're fine here with check. So that's nice. So we'll be down a pawn. Will we? No, we'll be up a pawn. Check. We're up 2 pawns currently, but he'll be able to retake one next move. Oh, never mind. We'll be able to safely go up 2 pawns because of this nice check. Okay, and then from here we can simply play bishop e3, stopping our back rank checkmate by blocking with the bishop. So from here we should be winning. We're up 2 pawns. That's quite enough material to win the game. Yeah, he can deliver checks with the rook, but it won't be too impactful, I don't think. Let's move the queen to g5 with a nice check. So it's basically a free move. And then I'm probably going to try something like queen to g4 and then rook to e. Oh, never mind. I have an opportunity to trade queens. I'm just going to take it because trading queens is very good for me and not so good for the opponent. Nice. That's nice. And then from here we can simply claim the open file and we should be winning quite easily. If we trade rooks, we've definitely won this game. He can't win if we trade rooks. And besides that, I think we're just gonna wanna open up our king a little bit, let him try to get into the game. Probably was smart to go rook to d7 check. That probably would have been a good move, but I didn't see it. Let's go to h3, defending the pawn here, because the rook on e4 doesn't do much if it can't go to most of its squares that it wants to go to. Just gonna move the king up, kind of develop it. And again, I think we should just be fine here if we don't make any silly blunders. That's fine. The knight here, it can go here. Can't move to these squares. So we should just go b3, stopping its last possible square. Yeah, I'm confident in this being easily winning for us. Okay. King to f6. This allows us to trade off another piece if we so desire, which I don't really see why not. He could go rook to e2, but I take with check, he recaptures, and then a3 is just fine. Or probably a4 is better. So yeah, I think we should just be fine here. Up 2 pawns, going into a rook endgame. If we trade rooks, we definitely win, but it'll be difficult for him to not trade rooks. Okay, so here he has to recapture with the rook, which is way better for us, because we can win another pawn. And if he captures here, we can recapture. He'll have to recapture here, we can recapture again, and we're just still winning a pawn. So from here, I'm confident that we've got this in the bag. I'm going to take the c7 pawn because it lets me have 2 majorities. Well, yeah, it lets me have a majority on the queen side and the king side. So we've got just easy play on both sides of the field. We're going to capture the pawn. I think we should deliver a check first. Check is good because it'll force the king to move to the square where he probably does, where he wants to move the rook. So the king's going to go to the square where he wants to move the rook, or the king's going to go to e4, both of which aren't optimal. Well, king to e4 is a pretty okay square, but it doesn't really add too much. So now we can safely capture, and when he recaptures with the king, we have an extra move to scoop up a pawn if we want to. And then from here, we're up 3 pawns, yeah. We're up 3 pawns. I think we should be winning now that we're up 4 pawns. If he does deliver a check, he's not delivering a check. Well, if he's not going to do it, is there any reason I could deliver a check on h7? No, I think it's just best to take his last pawn. There's really no reason to. Yeah, we could go to h2, as long as that's not bad for us. There's no reason not to. So might as well come here. He's gonna want to play something similar to something to defend the pawn. We're gonna deliver a check, and then we're gonna move the pawn up to f4 to defend it. I think from here we're just gonna be pushing 4 pawns, and that's gonna be enough to win the game. We're gonna move the rook away, letting us push these pawns up. Yeah, we've got this. very easily. This is done. This is a done game. He's gonna play the rook. I'll move my rook forward with a check. And then I will push the a pawn. Okay, I kind of made a mistake there. A small one though. Actually, no, I didn't. Ooh, I have this tactic, forcing a trade of rooks. Check. That's a checkmate. Oh no, he resigned. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. This is kind of a shorter video, but I hope you learned something. I think I mostly won when he blundered a couple of pawns. Remember, don't trade queens when you're losing or you're down material. Thanks for watching. This is Ivan saying goodbye.